Hello again. Okay, so in this video, we're just going to add a few more things to our homepage component and to our app component. We're going to start writing very simple functions, and we're going to set ourselves up to start um, saving the state of these components. In the home function, in the home component, I want to add this. This is a constructor, so this runs at the very beginning whenever the home component is loaded. This is the constructor function is like the first function to run. And in that function, I want to get set up to start saving some state. What do I want? What states do I want to save? Well, there's a sign up form on this page. So eventually I'm going to want to save first name, last name, email sign up, and password sign up. So I created 4 of those. And right now they're just empty strings. And then there's also an email and password for when you already have an account and you want to sign in. So I also created places for that. So this is the syntax for setting up state that you're eventually going to fill in. I also want to write my first custom function in this component, and that function is going to be called handle change. And the handle change function is going to run anytime the input is changed on this form or on this page. So the way we do that is we use this prop called onChange, and we tell onChange that we want to run a function that is connected to this component. So the component is the home component. The function that we have here is handle change. So on the input, on the very first input, which is first name, I want to run this dot handle change. Okay? And I want to put that in every single input. Because anytime an input is changed by the user, by the person filling out the form, I'm going to need to do something with it. Okay. And let's just, for right now, let's just log something like console log input change so that we know it's connected. And let's see if that works. So, yep, if I type here, or here, or here, or here, or here, or here, the input changed function is running. So I know that's connected. So that'll be good for right now. Going back to the app component will also eventually need state. Okay, so what state is the app component going to need? The app component will need, just for starters, well, first it will need a constructor function. Okay, and by the way, the constructor function has this props any. That is once again another way of getting around TypeScript rules. By putting this colon any here, I'm saying that I can pass any kind of props I want to this component. I don't have to worry about what type of props I'm passing. All right, the state of the app, which is like the most outermost shell, the most outermost component. For starters, let's add a logged in, whether or not the user is logged in or not. We'll start that with a null, meaning the app doesn't know it to begin with if you're logged in. Let's also add some user data here, because eventually when you are logged in, there's going to be user data that the app is going to need to remember. So I'm just going to put that as an empty object for right now. All right, we're going to add some more things to this state eventually, but I just wanted to get that going. Whether or not I know for sure if I'm going to use it or not, I still add it. And that is component did mount. Now this function is a built-in function. This is not like my own my own custom function, like handle change was my own thing that I named. Component did mount is a special function that React recognizes, and it runs after the whole component mounted. So if you can think of constructor as running right before or as the component is being mounted, well, component did mount, it runs after the component has been mounted. So I'm just going to log something here just to make sure it works. We'll call this app mounted. And I'm going to copy the same, put the same exact thing in my home component. We'll call this homepage mounted. And if I go back here, you can see, all right. So the app mounted and the homepage mounted. Great. All right, I'm going to add one more function to my home component, my homepage component. And that's going to be a function that runs when I press the sign up button and the sign in button. So we'll call this handle sign up. And for right now, we're just going to log the state, which is just a bunch of empty strings right now. Okay, handle sign up. And we'll do another one called handle sign in. And those are going to run not on change, but when on click for the button. So I'm going to the button, doing on click. And that's just going to be this dot handle sign up. And then I'm going to go to the sign in button. Handle sign in. And let's just make sure that works. Good, that's logging the state, and that's logging the state. Awesome. All right, this is kind of the shell of some functions that we're gonna fill in very soon. But just wanted to get like the basic layout here. When you sign up and sign in, you are going to be interacting with a database, a backend. And so we need to start building or getting that backend ready to accept new users, meaning to authenticate new users and save their information, and to authenticate existing users. So we're going to start setting that up in the next video. So stay tuned.